Okay, when it comes to playoff flameouts, big moment flameouts, I will not even begin to try to defend James Harden because he is a flameout waiting to happen. He would be one guy I would trust the least. Not just in, it's not clutch last shot moments. It's like big game moments where he just disappears right on schedule when you need him the most.
Correct.
I give you that. In clutch situations, clutch games, he is nothing but a complimentary star that needs star power around him to carry him. And conversely, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, I've seen them be very clutch and take over games at the highest level of NBA Finals.
Well, I think the difference is not, Skip. KD did get to the finals with James Harden and Russ. But James Harden was in a situation he was the de facto leader, the best player on that team. Now, we haven't seen Kyrie do anything close to what the success that he enjoyed when he played alongside LeBron. Now, Kevin Durant, yeah, he won those two finals, but you got to realize he had two other historically great players playing alongside him in Steph and Clay and Draymond.
He was the MVP.
Yes.
Back-to-back finals, and it both turned on the game threes in LeBron's house in Cleveland, and Kevin just took over both of those games. And it took my breath away.
But, Skip, you also now, are you saying the pieces that James Harden had were comparable to the pieces that KD had?
No. So I'm going to give James Harden some break for what happened in Houston during regular seasons, because I look at his regular seasons and I say, wait a second, over the 8 years he was in, it's 8+ years if you count a little bit of this year, but let's just say it's more 8. In the 8 years he was in Houston, he had the third most wins in basketball. In the games he played in, they won the third most games in all of basketball. They averaged 53 wins a year. Well, as you know, that doesn't grow on Houston palm trees either. It doesn't. It's hard to find that. 53 wins a year. They're going to miss that starting right now. Right? Okay, so let's look at the help that he got. He had Dwight for 3 years, and they started out, they won 54, then they won 56, and the last year it fell completely apart, and they went 41-41, but they did make the playoffs. He made the playoffs every year for 8 straight years. And
that might be the longest streak, isn't it?
I don't know. Probably it is.
I can't, I guess did KD make the playoffs every year?
Let's see.
Because I know he obviously made it with the Golden State.
But I mean, he was gone last year, so yeah. But the point is,
well, he was on the roster, so no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Well, he was on the roster. Right. Okay. So the point is, so first you go Dwight. Well, what had just happened to Dwight? Kobe had rejected him and just basically said, you're done here. And that was Kobe's doing. He just said, you don't care enough. You don't take basketball seriously enough. You're out there warming up before games, shooting half-court hook shots. And Kobe said, I can't accept that. I can't live with that.
With the backpack on?
Yeah, with the backpack on. Okay? So that's Dwight. You got the best of Dwight last year because he was on his best behavior. And I thought he found his role. He swallowed his pride. And he said, you know what? I'm a backup. And I will come in for JaVale or whoever I'm going to come in for, and I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to go sort of gray area, and I'm going to provide some edge and some physicality for your Lakers last year. That was the best you got of Dwight.
Playing good this year, too.
For the Sixers. It's a good fit. Okay. So, but it didn't work with James, but it's, can you really trust Dwight? I wouldn't.
But, Skip, you look at Dwight's numbers. Dwight was still putting up phenomenal numbers.
Because he can. Look at it. Look at that body. Look at the rim protection he can provide. But it didn't work.
It worked.
Okay, so then we go to CP3. 2 years of Chris Paul.
Right.
Okay, what had happened with the Clippers? Well, he and Blake Griffin fell completely apart, and the whole organization seemed to be out on Chris, because Chris is hard to get along with. And James tried, and they had that one magical run and got Golden State in a big hole, and Chris pulled his hamstring.
Right.
But it was working the best it could work.
Right.
Where has Chris been the best? Well, he was a solo superstar with those younger Pelicans. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's fine with that because you want to talk about ball dominant. It's just Chris or bust for those early Pelicans.
They were the Hornets then, weren't they?
Or whatever they were. I'm just calling them the Pelicans now. They were the Hornets. But now we fast forward to last year in Oklahoma City. Chris was great because he was the alpha and elder statesman on a young team.
Right.
Fast forward to Phoenix. He is the alpha and elder statesman on a young team. That will work.
Right.
But when you try to pair Chris up with a fellow superstar, he's going to clash. He's going to rub you the wrong way.